What's up, Anorax family? Welcome to the Cowboy episode. We're here today. We're about to sample the Dukes, John Wayne's bourbon. Very excited about this episode, you know. I feel like I identify as a cowboy myself. So, you know, I've been to a couple rodeos, no big deal.
Let me see your belt buckle.
Not yet. Not yet. Trying to get there.
Okay.
Trying to get there. I don't even have spurs because people say that I shouldn't wear them. So, okay, I haven't been wearing them.
So talking about spurs, I'm just going to give you some good cowboy advice. Don't ever squat with your spurs on.
Ooh. You might tickle your back.
It might get a little surprise.
Might squat a little too far.
All right, so it's your boy Ricky V, as usual. You know, I'm always here, always for you kids. I got good old Shammy Lee.
What up, peeps?
Woo. And I also got Jordan Lee.
Live action.
All the Lees and the V. That's what we got today.
All the Lees and the V.
I'm just going to go out. Let me just say right now.
Go ahead.
We're free-willing, free-balling.
Ooh.
Maybe not free-balling. I got some underpants on.
Maybe not.
But we don't have headphones on because of these doggone cowboy hats.
Ma'am.
Pardon me, ma'am. Yeah, so it's a little weird. So even if we're running the sound effects, I can't hear the sound effects. And I'm just going to play them at random times just to screw with people.
Do it.
Little yee in there,
Fix it in
right?
the cut. Right there.
There it is.
This is going to be the episode with the most yee-yees, right?
It might be. This might
Too
be
many
a
sound
might
effects
be a
to let
record.
us know.
All right.
record yee.
So I believe you have a quote for us.
Oh, giddy ups.
Oh, who's got? Oh, and giddy ups too.
Oh, yeah, we got that giddy up.
We got the giddy up.
Here, what? 1, 2. Giddy up.
Giddy up.
Dang it. Who's got the quote?
I think Sammy's got a quote for us. What was your quote here, Sammy?
Let's hear it. We're going straight to the
Yeah,
quote.
let's hit it.
Let me pull it up because it's actually a mishmash of quotes. So something that I pulled off the off the website for Duke Bourbon, which if you don't know, shame on you, but Duke Bourbon is named after the great actor John Wayne. All right.
So I actually have an interesting fact about why he was called Duke.
Okay.
So his real name was Marion, and he did not like that name, so he went by the name Duke when he got to Hollywood, who was his family dog as a child.
Oh.
Nice.
His dog's name was Duke.
Kind of like Indiana Jones.
Yeah, like Indiana. Yeah.
Wouldn't name the dog Indiana.
Call me Blue. I'm tired of Ricky V.
All right, so John Wayne was quoted with a couple of quotes on the website that they said. So he was notably quoted for saying, "If I'm going to have a drink, it better be a good one, and a man ought to do what he thinks is best." Well, I think it's best that we do this podcast using the Duke Bourbon, and
That's right.
I'll tell you what, I'm thinking. I got high hopes. I think that we're going to drink this, and I think it's gonna be a pretty good bourbon.
That's right, Pilgrim. It's going to be a good one.
Hey.
Well, let me tell you something.
So, first of all, what's y'all's favorite John Wayne flick?
That's a great question. So my personal favorite would have to be McClintock. What about you, Sammy?
Yeah, I think probably one of his latest or one of his latter films, one of the last ones that he did, and it may have been the last one because I think he had died of some sort of like liver cancer or something.
It was colon cancer.
Yeah, colon cancer. Yeah, The Shootist with
That's a good one. Yeah.
with a little what's that cat's name from the little Happy Days Andy Griffith Show kid, who's not a kid anymore, obviously. But,
Ron Howard?
Ron Howard, thank you very much. Apollo 11. Yeah. Great director. Yeah.
All right, what about you, Ricky?
I would have to go with True Grit.
Ooh, that's a great.
All right, let me
classic.
That's a classic.
Yeah,
and it was
you can't
such
go wrong.
a great flick that they redid it.
Yeah,
but let me ask you
was
this.
all right. It was.
Don't be asking
It's hard
me
to
shit.
fill. Those are some big boots. Those are some big boots to fill. You know, Jeff Bridges did an all right job, but John Wayne had some big shoes. And
Yeah.
Well, let me just throw this at you. All right, no, I'll throw you a curveball. Favorite John Wayne quote from a movie, or just something that you like to spout off? You know, like a "Let me tell you something." No,
What do you got? What do you got? Because you clearly got one line.
Yeah, I do.
That's
Let's
what
hear
you're
it.
setting us
I do.
up.
So let me throw mine out, and then maybe y'all will come on to something. But one of my favorite things that I used to say to quote John Wayne was, it's a famous line from one of his movies. I'm not gonna hit you. Like hell, I'm not. And then clocks the sucker, right?
Yeah. Clocks him
cold.
Out cold.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, let's start trying this bad boy. It's sitting here teasing us. Oh, whoop! Ricky's got the rope. He's pulling it over.
Oh, fish on, son. Fish
got
on.
him.
Been practicing. No big deal.
Look, so on the back.
Oh, who opened it?
Let's
Jesus.
Show the back right there. There's actually
Show the camera.
little picture.
Yeah, it's got the Duke himself on the back.
Zoom.
We'll zoom in later, I guess. If
Yeah,
I could.
little
I don't know.
picture of
We
the
don't have
Duke.
a production guy.
Our producer
Says John Wayne, or Duke, to his family and friends, will endure as an American legend and dedicated craftsman and a patriot.
Yeah.
Duke Bourbon is crafted utilizing John Wayne's love of a bold, smooth, full-bodied bourbon from a recipe that until now was unknown. Created from handwritten notes and bottles preserved for over 40 years in the family
That's right.
archives. Duke is distilled in Kentucky. Damn right.
Yeah.
The old-fashioned way, incorporating the highest quality ingredients aged in charred new American oak barrels, we proudly present an American bourbon that embodies John Wayne's dedication to craftsmanship and quality.
So before you do the cork pop,
No.
as you were talking about, on the lovely backstory on the bottle. So the story on the website that I read was that his son was going through some of his stuff after the Duke had passed, and he found like all these bottles of whiskey, right? And they all had this unique, as you said, bold, complex flavor, and that was kind of the whole genesis for creating a line of whiskey that they would refer to and name as after the Duke. So I don't know. They didn't say what these bottles of whiskey were from. These bottles of bourbon, they were nondescript or whatever. I don't even think they had labels on them. But that's just what the Duke was drinking. So basically, this is basically modeled after something that they feel that John Wayne would have drank in his time.
And so, side note, their company does not only make whiskey; they also make tequila. So they have, I think, 3 different versions, this being their baseline bottle of bourbon. And I think they also do 3 tequilas as well. So,
Yeah, giddy,
Without further ado, let's giddy up.
giddy up.
There it is. Giddy.
I didn't hear it.
Ready
Y'all
for the-
heard it.
Ready for the cork pop?
Let's hear that pop.
Yeah, let's do it. Send it.
Woo,
It's
baby.
Good
I
pop.
like that.
It's good pop. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a winner.
I like that one.
It's good pop. Yeah.
That's a good pop.
We'll pass them
Well,
glasses.
let's pass them down and give them a pour.
Stretch arms.
You ain't got them stretch.
Yeah.
You like how he pours himself first.
Always pours himself.
Jesus.
Come on.
That's
My
good.
glass was the closest. It's not about being selfish. It's about
Okay. Yeah, logistics. That's what it is.
You say
It was the logistics of the pour line.
You say logistics.
right.
We say others.
so. As usual, what do?
Let's
Color?
talk about the color.
Oh, I like.
I would say this color is probably like a light amber, maybe a straw color.
Yeah.
It's sure. Yeah.
So our last episode was what, the Old Barton.
Old Barton was the last
I
episode.
feel
and
like
it
this
was-
is lighter than the Old Barton.
Yeah, the
in
the
color.
Barton was
Lighter
kind of
color.
dark.
I
but
feel like
this
it's
one
a bit similar, but yeah, maybe a shade.
Maybe
just a shade.
slightly
just a wee
lighter.
bit.
Yeah.
A wee bit.
But I would say like a dark straw, maybe a light amber.
Yeah.
It's
What's
got
the-
some good legs on it.
What's the age statement on this one? Does anybody know?
Age statement is
let's
a
see.
9-year-old.
9-year bourbon.
yeah,
Ooh,
that's right.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. And then once
Proof?
again, we got some nice
110 proof.
110.
This is 110?
Wow. Oh, wow.
Unless I'm reading the wrong stuff online. Well, the bottle doesn't have.
I think I saw that online,
What's
but
it
I
say
don't
on
think
that?
it's.
this was 44. So
Yeah.
it'd be a fucking
110
88.
might be the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, then I'm reading the wrong
Yeah, I think
stuff.
you're no,
Oh.
you're. But I
Well,
I think it maybe
I think
at
that's
one
the
point in
silver
time.
label.
no, that is the white one.
No, I think at one point in time they may have had this at a higher
this
proof.
is the. I'm on their
but
website right
this
now.
is
And it says 5 years on the
yeah,
bottle.
44% and 5 years.
yeah.
Maybe
Come on, get your
the
shit straight,
facts
dude.
are
Yeah.
Maybe the facts are from the
Nonetheless,
silver bottle.
Nonetheless, let's go in for the smell.
Yeah, so we got 44%, 5 years old.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's what it says right on the label.
On the bottle. But I did read that somewhere.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's a different bottle or if that's just maybe what they were doing previous to this
I don't know.
this batch. You know, it's hard to keep up on some of this
Yeah,
stuff because
they
it changes.
change the stuff a bunch.
All right.
But,
Well,
let's give it a go. It's got
Think
good
about the
color,
legs.
good legs. Nice long and leans, huh?
Yeah,
I don't know.
they're pretty.
They're running pretty quick.
yeah, they are running quick.
But I think that goes back to the proof, right? So it's a lower proof, so they're going to be a little faster.
88.
You got a dirty glass?
A little
Oh,
bit.
come on. It's because you
come
didn't clean
on.
it.
Well, is this amateur hour?
Yeah, I was responsible for cleaning my own glass.
Yes.
But
Yes, the bartender for a sarsaparilla, and he gave you a dirty glass.
oh, well, let me tell you something. I don't take kindly to sarsaparillas nor back talk. You back talk me again, and you'll be picking yourself up off the floor,
Whoa!
Pilgrim.
That's some,
Good impression.
some good John
I don't
Wayne
know about
there.
a good
I like
impression,
the
but
smell.
what's
I
that?
love See? This got
It's got a
this
heavy
got the
corn,
vanilla.
caramel
It's got that
corn,
vanilla.
Yeah.
real corn forward,
this
and then you
gots
get
it.
some good vanilla.
And yeah, and we go back to that. It's probably aged longer. It
Yeah.
got time in the barrel to absorb
well,
those.
it's 5 years, so I mean that's
Yeah, we were sitting at
enough.
4
Yes,
last
it's-
time.
yeah, it's
Whatever. It's the same.
a little bit longer.
Maybe, yeah.
So
Yeah, this I like.
It's got
the
a good smell.
got a good
Yeah.
smell, like you said.
Inviting.
So right off the bat, you get kind of a grainy smell, like a corniness to it, and then you get some good vanilla notes.
Vanilla,
I don't know about dark brown sugar, but maybe
Uh,
a lighter
sugar?
like
Yeah,
a
like this,
regular, like a light brown sugar.
Sugar.
Me some sugar.
Hey, it's inviting.
Let's
Foreplay.
well, it's inviting you. So
Well,
let's jump on in.
teasing
Does
me.
anybody
teasing.
have a toast before? I mean, we
Yeah.
did an initial John Wayne, homage toast, if you
hear it.
will. That's your toast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I'll
appropriate.
have a
right.
toast.
All right. Well, how about a toast to John Wayne? Right.
There you go.
A man who came from humble beginnings, made a lot of kick-ass movies, and was a legend in his own right. And you know what? I would say he had true grit and was a great American hero.
And I'll second you on that. And I'll tell you what.
Huzzah.
And no huzzah today, but I'll be your Huckleberry.
Oh, there you go.
Ooh,
Very light,
that's nice.
That is
very light.
right off the bat,
but I like it.
It's yeah.
right off the bat, I had a blast of cherry that quickly went away.
I
Pop
could
your
get that.
cherry. Woohoo.
Yeah, definitely some like burnt sugar, not necessarily brown sugar, but
Damn.
like a burnt sugar.
You getting in deep today.
Yeah.
Like
You're
a-
off the deep end.
Well,
Like a burnt church.
I like the smell.
He's off the deep end. Watch as he dives in. You know.
Much as I dive in. Okay, it's
Is
not
this the
karaoke,
karaoke
time.
episode?
So we could,
We'll get there in a couple hours. Don't you
it
worry.
began.
All right. So what do you guys thinking? You said nice light color, nice.
I'm picking some
light
cherry,
flavor, but it has a good
vanilla, cherry.
vanilla.
Yeah. It's got a good like fruitiness and vanilla on the
It's got
front.
a fruitiness. Yes.
How's
It's got a
how's the
fruitiness.
finish? Is it? I think it's kind of short. Not
It's I would say
Yeah.
short to medium.
yeah. It's good.
The finish fades
As,
pretty quick.
Yeah.
As like a everyday kind of sipper, I'd say you could pull this off the shelf all the time.
Oh man, I wouldn't be
So
mad.
when I taste it, I go from oaky to that fruitiness,
Yeah.
and then to a short burn, and then it's like
That's done.
I'm out. I'm out.
we didn't even bust out the flavor wheel this time.
No, we didn't.
Yes.
Yeah,
and I printed off like some brand new color flavor wheels.
Not
where's it
worried.
at?
Nah, we don't need
I
them.
will.
We don't
We
need
don't need
that.
them. But
You're just trying to ride segways on this one.
And we don't ride those.
And we
You
don't ride
fence
those.
rider, son bitch.
we don't ride them segways. Man.
We don't ride them anymore.
I'm gonna tell you right now, segways are.
So yeah, with that, now that we tasted
Oosies.
Duke's elixir,
Da da. Oh, that's the wrong dude.
I
What
tell you
is-
what, I would.
what is our favorite Western?
My
We
favorite
start.
Western all time, hands down, Tombstone.
And I got to second
Oh,
that.
man,
I was going to say
yeah,
it.
It's.
I was going to say it,
That's
and it's
such a
because
good movie.
Well,
There's so many great actors.
I know
Sam
And-
Elliott,
and
Kurt
there's just-
Russell,
but there's
Val
also
Kilmer.
it's also I know it's sad what's going in there. All westerns have their drama, but there's some funny
That's
stuff
just
going on.
the
too,
classic,
so-
the OK Corral.
and,
That's
like,
the one.
So my favorite part in that movie, I know the Huckleberry part is awesome, and then all the other ones, but there's this specific part that I just laugh because I remember I was underway, and we were watching it. I was watching it for the first time, and there's this part where the bad guys send some messenger to tell Kurt Russell that he had to be somewhere at a specific time.
Which was Wyatt Earp.
He's like, Wyatt Earp. So he was like, hey, Wyatt Earp, so-and-so wants you at the mountain at 12.
Cowboys.
And he's like, well, you tell him I'll be there. Like, I was like, I laughing because I was like, he didn't like cuss him out or like, I'm the best pistol man, whatever. It was just like, well, you know what? I'll be there.
So I think one of my favorite parts of that movie was when I'll Be a Huckleberry is just a classic.
I love
which I mean, a lot of folks there's some urban myth out there that the Huckleberry, comes from the term hucklebearer, which was actually a reference to a pallbearer.
The pallbearer,
when he was saying,
I'll be your aid.
Yeah, that makes
like
sense.
saying, hey, I'll carry a casket, son.
No,
now, whether or not that's true or not,
that
I don't know.
scene is so epic.
Yeah.
Because
Such
he's
a great
like in a
scene.
porch and then he just stands up and wants to throw it out. I love it.
Hey, you know who else was in that movie? A Billy Bob Thornton.
And that's what I was gonna go to.
What?
One of my
he was one of the bad guys, right?
He was one of the local
He was
drunks,
running
and I was gonna say that was one of my favorite scenes when Kurt Russell goes in to take over the bar.
The Pharaoh. Pharaoh game.
He drags Billy Bob Thornton out into the street and just kicks the shit out of him.
Whoops the shit out of him.
And Billy Bob tries to pull a gun on him, and he just
Pull that
punches him
smoke
again.
wagon.
Yeah.
Pull that hog.
That's
like it.
hilarious because there's so many big actors in that movie, and you don't even realize it. Like obviously Sam Elliott, Kurt Russell.
That's definitely,
Val Kilmer.
I think that's definitely one of my favorites.
Such a good one.
I was going to say
Interception.
also,
I'm getting some apple. That's it.
Oh,
Continue.
Apple? I can see
kind of.
that.
coming at the back end, apparently.
Coming
Yeah,
at the
later.
finish.
All
Hitting me
right,
with the
cool.
finish. Like Kurt Russell. It just jabbed me on the ground.
So I was gonna say one of my other favorite westerns of all times, and this is more recent, right? There's some older stuff that we could go into, but the Unforgiven, Clint Eastwood.
Ooh, God, you can't.
Great,
You can't forget.
movie.
Yeah.
Great
Clint
western
always
movie.
delivers quality.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I mean, going all the way back to his classic western, Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
Yep.
That's full of dollars.
Yeah.
All those.
Hey, but I must say, and I don't mean to be a Clint hater,
Don't.
but I'm sorry, I gotta say it. I watched this movie with him. I cannot remember the title, but it was a western, and he was a. It's something about Dead Man Don't Talk or something like that was the title. They try to hang him and he didn't
Hang him
die.
high?
Hang him high. I think it was. Bro, it was not good.
It's a Sergio Leone movie.
It was not.
classic,
I'm
yeah.
gonna be honest. I'm not a
Yeah,
fan.
you weren't into it?
It
Yeah,
was
okay.
just not good. It was
No.
just like back and forth and like
Yeah.
confusing and like. It
Well, I
just,
mean,
it didn't flow. It didn't flow for
but
me.
that's the
right.
genre, right?
So
that's the
it's like-
classic spaghetti western
Well,
where they're
Yeah,
just-
but this was
that's
I
how
invite
it's
y'all
supposed
to watch
to
it if
be.
you haven't seen it. It
Yeah.
was just.
That's,
I don't know.
that's just how that genre is supposed to be.
Some of those
It didn't do it
movies
for me.
Some of those movies are timeless classics that live up to today's standards. Others, not so much.
No.
But we should
Anyways.
probably press forward.
Yeah, so let's get a little rating on this guy. What do you guys think? So we've had our
we ready
first
for the
sip.
rate? Yeah, we had the sip. I mean,
We had our sip. We talked about our western. So let's go into the rate.
Ricky V.
Ricky V reporting as ordered. Yes.
Might as well
Shooting
go.
from the hip. I give it a 3. I give it a 3.
Sammy Lee.
It's good. I get more vanilla than other bourbons. It's light. If you don't want to don't think because it's a cowboy bourbon you're gonna be like burning your throat out. No, it's light. It's good. It's enjoyable. I like it. 3 is my number.
Yeah, it's the burn comes in, it goes away as quickly as it comes in. I'm with you on this. I think I'm on a fence ride today since it's a cowboy episode.
Yeah, he's getting on that bob wire.
I mean, I'm not fence riding. I'm not going to straddle the barbed wire because that'll hurt the private parts. But Pilgrim.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna go 3 1/4 on this one, man. This is a
I like
good
that.
flavored. I mean, the flavor on this, the alcohol, the proof on it. I mean, it's what did we say? It was 45, 44.
So it is
It's, 80,
44 because
44%.
it is
I mean,
88 proof.
I
Yeah.
love the fact that it feels like it's a little higher proof, which I like.
I would agree with that.
And it's 5 years. I feel like it's. I feel it to me. It's a little more proofed than what it proclaims on the bottle, and I feel like it's a little more aged than what it proclaims on the bottle. So I'm going to go 3 1/4.
It's light enough to enjoy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go too light and too watery, and
money.
then you're like,
So this MSRP on this bottle runs you about $40.
Yeah.
So it's a nice middle of the road if you're just getting into bourbon and you don't want to spend too much money, but you want to try something that's better than the average. I would highly recommend this. It's got a lot of flavor. It's a decent price point. And then if you really do like it, they do make a next tier up, but that bottle is around $100.
Yeah.
So you're going to spend.
They make two.
double
I think
that.
they make.
And if you want us to sample that,
they make a
Put it in the
1-up
comments.
bourbon, and then they also make a rye
Yeah.
that.
put it in the comments.
So,
folder.
that I'm going to have to say.
I mean, I
is
think we're gonna have
pretty
to-
good and stand by for giddy up.
What was
Is that
that?
a-
I don't
is that
know
a
what
yee?
That was a giddy up. We're not wearing
Giddy
headphones.
up.
But yeah, so I would definitely agree with Sammy. I'm gonna also give it a 3 1/4. I like those in betweeners, those fence riders.
I'm thinking, cha-ching.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yeah, fence riding son beat.
Fence riding.
I mean,
sons
we
of
got
bitches.
to. I mean, what? Hey, Cowboys used to ride fences.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
They still do.
I mean, I like it a lot. Good flavor. Could it be a little stronger? Maybe, because like Sammy said, I personally prefer a little more of a burn, but it's got a good flavor. It's got some fruity notes. It's got some woody notes, and then you get like a sweetness to it, and then you get the burn on the finish. So it's a good bottle for the price point. I'd say, yeah, go give it a shot. You're not going to be disappointed.
All right.
You never took the plastic covering off of your
Fine, I'm
soundboard.
trying to preserve it. It's
Brandy
okay.
new.
Just do
Look
as
at-
you
look at-
please.
This is
Don't
why we
put it
can't
back.
have nice
Don't put it
things. This
back.
is why we can't have
Anyways,
nice things.
So, to make sure, are we still working? Yeah, we're still,
still going,
Hey,
yeah.
so, mad respect to all y'all Cowboys. We're not trying to impersonate or be. It's just
not at all.
this is just a honor
tribute.
Yeah, a tribute
Duke.
episode. After watching Yellowstone, I must say this is ridiculous what y'all do, and I have
we're
like
gonna
the utmost
have to
respect
get
for
into
y'all.
the rodeo game there. Ricky
Yeah,
D.
and I've been to a few rodeos. We actually went to the professional PBR.
Yeah.
and that thing
And
was
those guys
intense.
are crazy
Hey,
'cause,
guys,
This would be a perfect opportunity to insert some Garth Brooks rodeo.
rodeo music. Perfect. We can do it after the editing.
yeah, well,
So, did y'all-
we don't own the rights to these songs.
YouTube. Did y'all
I
get
don't
the
know the
facts?
words.
The Cowboy facts? Y'all want to say one?
Let's see if I can pull a
close
good
this
one out
out,
of here.
what would it rate it? Pick one.
let's
You
see.
pick one. You have it right.
What?
I got the Cowboy facts right here in front
you
of
want
me.
to read off my screen?
Nah, we'll do JD.
So let's see. Cowboys, who were mostly young men who needed cash, were paid about $25 to $40 a month. Herded and rounded up livestock that were then transported by rail around the country. Cattle were sold to northern markets for up to $40 a head. So one cow was basically your entire month's pay. So
You better
these
protect
guys,
it.
they're doing hard work for not a lot of money.
Yeah.
What you got, Shammy?
Yeah, I'm going to take it back a little bit, right? So the research that we got, and if we're wrong, look it up, but you probably
No,
won't.
if we're wrong, comment and tell us we're wrong.
Don't
Tell us
comment.
we're wrong.
You don't give a shit. We don't. But sometime you look it up. You'll see it. 1519, the Spanish arrived and the Americans and began to build ranches and raise cattle. Right, the horses they brought with them were put to work herding livestock. Mexico's native cowboys were called vaqueros,
Vaqueros.
coming from the Spanish word vaca,
Meaning
cow,
right.
and vaqueros were hired by ranchers to tend livestock and were known for their superior roping, riding, and herding skills. Yeehaw!
I like that.
Can I get a little Giddy up.
So those
By the early
superior-
1700, ranching made its way to present-day Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and during the early 1800s, many English-speaking settlers migrated to the West and adopted aspects of the vaquero culture, including their clothing and cattle driving methods. It would take 8 to 12 cowboys to move 3,000 herd of cattle.
All right, you don't have to.
So those
No.
superb roping riding
I'm done.
skills then
I'm done
led
right there.
to rodeos. Rodeo cowboys tested their skills against one another, performing competitions based on the daily tasks of cowboys like bull riding, calf roping, steer wrestling, bareback bronco riding, and barrel racing.
I wasn't gonna read the whole thing. I was just gonna say the first professional rodeo was held in Prescott, Arizona, 1888. That's it. That's all I got, folks.
That's it. So,
And they call the dang rodeo.
This is like a duel. It's a quick death episode.
quick draw. Pow, pow,
You're done.
from the hip.
All right.
What
All
about
right,
that last
so-
comment this weekend? What's going on this weekend?
This weekend,
Yeah.
So this weekend, August 5th through 7th, Pac West, Larson's Heydays, and Macaulay Feeds in Ocala, Florida. There will be barrel racing events for cowgirls, juniors, and open barrel racing.
make sure y'all check
let's
that
just,
out.
Let's just touch on that real quick, right? Because I don't think a lot of folks know that Florida and the Jacksonville area in particular
Are
is
big on rodeo.
big on
So-
rodeos
Yeah.
and horses. Which,
So Ocala-
if you know anything about
Ocala is one of the biggest horse places in the country next to Kentucky.
right, so I was just going to say, being from the submarine community, Ooga, the USS Jacksonville, which is a submarine named after the city, their emblem was of, I think it's a guy riding a horse.
Wow, that is interesting.
Really?
Actually,
That's
because
pretty neat.
because
I
I
did
didn't
not know that.
yeah, so apparently there's a horse culture in the Jacksonville area.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
so,
is
a
it
lot of
Jackson,
people-
USS Jacksonville or is it Jacksonville City or something?
no, it's USS Jacksonville.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Which is named
and
after
I mean,
Jacksonville.
so
okay.
we have local rodeos here every month. You know, up in the next town over from us is called Hilliard, and it's very, very
That
rural.
PBR was intense.
But yeah, we went to downtown Jacksonville a couple months back, almost a year now.
Yeah.
Jeez. Time flies, and we went and saw the PBR, and those guys are unreal. The
That's
the
intense.
bulls that those dudes are riding.
Yeah.
I mean those bulls are like 2,000 pounds
Who
plus.
would've
I mean that
known
thing's
that-
like strapping yourself to the back of a Chevy
yeah.
pickup and
So-
just
Who would've
trying to
known?
hang on for
And
dear
I
life.
know now that Brazil, Matt, respect, because y'all are beasts right now.
Yeah, they're a
Hold
bunch
on.
of crazy
Brazilians.
cowboys down there.
Stand by for
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but
I need the bottle. I'm trying
all
to
right.
get it.
So he's
I
bringing the
didn't rope
bottle
it
in
right.
for
I
our
didn't
last
rope it
pour.
right.
Oh, you need another pour?
He's bringing the
well,
bottle in for the
Last
last
pour.
pour. Let's do it.
Last pour, and let's say goodbye.
You need another pour?
Send it.
Oh yeah, you probably need another pour.
I'll always take
you
another
need
pour.
Another pour?
Of
Oh,
course.
we're gonna pour you last.
Oh, come on. Give me a Sully pour. We got to get Sully in here.
We do need to get Sully. We
just
reference
say
him
Sully,
every
Sully
time
so
and
much.
just talk shit about his pours.
Yep. Sully,
He will.
we've been talking about you, Sully. Where you at?
We're gonna get you on here, bud.
We're gonna get you, and he's got that good hair trait.
Yeah.
That's a good hair.
But anyway,
much product.
my point is that Jacksonville, I didn't realize was really a rodeo.
Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of a horse culture area, and it really is.
People think of Florida, they think old people and beaches, but if you get
Retirees.
Get that shit out of here.
Hater-
We don't deal with that
hater
shit.
chop.
We do that tomahawk chop, baby.
Oh,
Florida State criminals.
Retirees and no income tax is what people think.
Yeah, we pull for the Florida State Seminoles
Yeah.
here. We don't talk about them ugly Gators. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's take our last
I'm
sip
just-
and let's do our sign off.
I'm supporting Ronnie D all the way. I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
about
yeah,
anything.
Ronnie D
we don't
every
have
day.
to do our sign off. We could just say to John Wayne
All right,
for a good bourbon.
to the Duke.
to the
the Duke.
Duke and his delicious
Hey,
bourbon.
we appreciate what you passed down, what your son was able to find from the things that you had left over, and we like what you liked, and
Yeah,
we
it's-
hope that brings us a little closer to you, Duke. And hey,
Down
don't
the
go
hatch.
away. Pilgrim, don't go away mad.
Bring it.
We're just going away.
Y'all have a great day.
Huzzah!
and yeehaw.